Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, who is known as the Iron Man of India, created India we live in. It was his selfless love for his motherland, unshakable determination, pragmatic approach to solving knotty problems, and earthly vision that helped him to create an impeccable strategy by which he could convince all the 562 states, independent states, to join the Union of India, to produce more, the need to become economically strong, and on an occasion of an exhibition which he inaugurated, he spoke thus. This exhibition was to be opened on January 26, the day we became a sovereign democratic republic. It shows the things manufactured in our country, in the villages and in the towns, handicrafts as well as machine-made products. We have to consider in which of these items we should expand production and which we should use more in the national interest. 20 years ago, in 1930, we pledged to work for complete independence. By God's grace, we have redeemed that pledge. We need not go into many causes due to which we did not have to suffer as much as for which we might have suffered. But usually, we do not value those things for which we don't have to suffer. He further said that in spite of what has been done, many are suffering today. At least there should be no lack of these things for self-rule. The shortages, we do not grow as much food as we need. Burma, which was the source of a good deal of rice consumed in Madras and Bengal, and some of the food surplus areas in our country have now separated from us. There is thus a deficit to ensure that the food is available everywhere and no one starves. We have to import food grains. Arrangements have to be made to ensure that at least subsistence rations everywhere, thus necessitating various controls. He further said that we have to pledge ourselves not to use imported goods. Of course, if there is anything not produced in our country but required in the national interest to produce more wealth, like machinery, it will have to be used, it will have to be imported. But we should, as far as possible, not touch foreign products. Things made by our poor brothers and sisters in our villages and our towns have to be encouraged. All free countries do this. Our industrialists and other capable people should try to manufacture the machines we now import and make our economy self-reliant. He further explained that an exhibition of this kind organized here enables us to know what our country produces, to select the ones we need and like, and to prefer them for cheaper imported goods. If we will put up with some discomfort in this matter for a year or 2 years or 5 years, our country will grow stronger and we will stand in fear of none. Today we have some kind of peace in the country and it is united as never before. This is a big thing. But now our task is to keep it united. For this, it has to be made strong by the common effort of us all. It cannot be done by depending on the government alone to do it. It has not the necessary resources. It is everyone's duty for the next 3 or 4 years to help the government in every way in strengthening the country by avoiding quarrels and controversy and engaging in constructive activities as depicted in this exhibition. The world today is full of conflict and strife. We should endeavor to save our country from getting involved in this. It is a difficult task, no doubt, but it is always exhilarating to work against the heavy odds. Only cowards fear adversity, not the brave ones. And only those who fight the adversities are the winners, not the cowards.